The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your hosts, Barry Church, Anthony Dorsett, Damontre Moore, and Newy Scruggs.
This is the Players Lounge, brought to you each and every day by Aristocrat Gaming. Welcome in, where we gonna tell the truth and shame those lies.
Shame.
Damontre Moore, Anthony Dorsett, Salt and Pepper Poppy, baby.
Oh.
Salt and Pepper Poppy is here.
What's his name, Trey?
I don't know.
What's his name?
Y'all boys is out of pocket. You was a little too excited on that.
Hey, man. Hey, bro.
Yeah, you got to eat.
Hey.
Boys wilding out here, man.
Sitting in for Newy Scruggs all week while he's gallivanting around. I don't even know where the hell Newy's at.
Yeah, he on the west.
He outside.
Yeah,
he outside.
for sure.
Newy be outside. Last night, the Green Bay Packers were defeated by the Philadelphia Eagles.
10-7, right?
10-7. As bad as the Eagles have been playing in some of these games, they just keep finding a way to win.
To win, man.
Championship pedigree.
When they need 20, they'll get 20. If they need 10, they're gonna get it's whatever.
And so that takes me
man.
that takes me to my first point of about building an identity and a culture of winning.
Wow.
Said a lot right there, my man.
Because you said it, Barry. If they need 10, they get 10.
They're gonna get it.
If they need 20, they get 20.
They gonna get you.
If they need to go and pass for 300 yards, they'll pass for 300 yards. If they need to go and
Hand that
hand the
thing
thing off, they'll hand it off 30 times. If they need a stop, they get a stop.
That's very true.
And these are the teams, one within our division, the other within our conference, that, Green Bay's in our conference, that we're chasing, right? So to speak. And we have to get to and surpass in order to get to the ultimate goal of being world champions.
Yeah.
Where is the Cowboys? This new coaching staff, we're halfway through the season. Where are they at as far as the identity, the culture, the what can they hang their hat on? Can they give you 10 when it's time to get 10? Can they give you 30 when it's time to get 30? Can they get a stop when it's time to get a stop? Are the Cowboys, Barry Church, closer to building an identity that they can hang their hat on from what you've seen so far? And this is for the group, but start with Barry.
Okay.
And how far are they away from having it?
When you talk about what their identity is, I'm going to say it's an offensive identity. I think that's where, the majority of their horsepower lies, is on the offensive side of the ball. The thing that, kind of has me like, man, I thought they was going to get 10 wins, but I don't know about it right now, is when you talk about finding ways to win.
That tune and change from yesterday.
But finding ways to win, no matter what it takes. And we've seen from the Dallas Cowboys so far this season, they're not there yet. They're just not there yet. They can, score with the best of them, but when it comes down to maybe it's a defensive struggle, then you'll see, Dak Prescott in that offense kind of struggle, kind of wane a little bit. And to me, they don't have a secure identity offensively. Yes, they can put up crazy points, but we all know that Dak works best when he has that balance, when he has that threat of the run. And early in the season, they were feeding my man. They were feeding Javonte Williams out there. But in these past couple losses, you've seen 10 carries, 13 carries. And the game hasn't really gotten out of hand to where you got to abandon the run. So to me, I got to put that part, on the coaching staff and play calling, because it's starting to kind of reminisce of what we saw from McCarthy while he was here. Was a guy that lived and died by the pass. And when we look at, Dak Prescott, I forget what the stat is, but 35 and over pass attempts or whatever the case may be, his record is not great. Right. It's not great. So we know that balance is where they need to be offensively. They're just not there yet. And defensively, when you look at this defense overall, I don't know where they are. And, a lot of that has to deal with the injuries they've had on the back end and talent not producing to what they thought it would produce too. You know, I think that's a problem here with the Cowboys as well is they think they have more talent than they actually do. And they rely on guys that would be, with no disrespect, would be, you know, rotational pieces elsewhere. They're like, oh, we got to put this guy in a starting lineup. He can hold it down. And it might, you know, hold it down for a couple games here and there, but you'll start to see as the season progresses that level of play will go down. And that's where I see them right now. So identity, I think they have to lean on that offensive side because that's where the horsepower is. But they got to make sure they have a secure identity offensively, not just, oh, one day we're going to pass the ball 40 times. The next day, oh, maybe we'll share the rock with Javonte a little bit here and there. They've got to get a more, I guess, stable situation when you talk about it offensively. And they got to cut these penalties out. I mean, that to me, that was just all these pre-snap penalties and drive killers. The team is not good enough to overcome those. So it's a roller coaster for me right
Speaking of penalty, the Cowboys are the number 2 team in the National Football League in penalties behind the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos have a winning record, but you know that's what it is. You know, Damontre keeping on the same lines of, you know, because when you look at it and most of the time when you start talking about identity, no, you just got that good.
You got that good material.
That's that good sheepskin.
Hey, boy, is that Lululemon? Boy, can't hide money right there.
It is the Lulu. It is.
Tell them we ain't hiding money, baby.
It ain't.
Oh, we earned that one.
Hey,
we earned that one.
It's cold outside, not cold inside. Come on now.
But the identity part of this thing is when you have an identity, it doesn't matter who's in there or who's not in there. Mm-hmm. You pick up where the last person left off, right? Like I had the conversation with my guys and hanging with the boys, and I said I've been around this organization since 2009, and one thing that's been constant, both covering in the media and as a player on the field, the Cowboys seems as if they always have to have everything in perfect order in order to be perfectly successful. Mm-hmm. Right? We were a part of teams that if Sean Lee went out,
oh yeah, that defense,
like one player, and the entire defense couldn't function.
No, that's facts though.
Tyron Smith would go down with a back situation, and all of a sudden we did not know how to play offense. Mm-hmm. And I watch teams week in and week out. And if there's an identity box, they just plug a new player in that box and they begin to just pick up. Now, you know, San Fran, right? You say what they. No one's going to be able to replace Fred Warner, right? He's an elite level talent. But they just go back to the physicality or the mental smarts are there or whatever it is may be. That doesn't go. And so, Damontre, when I look at what the Cowboys have done this season, it's this level of inconsistency, right? It's you know, we can do 30 games, 30 points a game, and then all of a sudden when we need 30, 30 don't show up.
Ain't happening.
You know, and defense is a whole nother ball of potatoes. But my question to you, a part of that is, how much of it is player? How much of it is coach?
Man, I'm going to say, honestly, a lot of that has to deal with coaching. I think about my 10-year playing at San Fran when we went to the Super Bowl that year. You had guys like myself, Ronnie Blair that came off the bench, Solomon Thomas that was a part of there, DeForest Buckner, Eric Armstead that were starters. But when our starters went out, you had, like I said, guys like me and Ronnie still coming off the bench, giving you sacks, making those big plays. You think about your coaching. What Robert Saleh was able to build, what Kyle Shanahan was able to build. And that is the difference that when you talk about dating all the way back to 2009, when you said Sean Lee went out, Tyron Smith went out. Well, think about it. How many coaches have they had here since then? And then the coaches that were here for a long tenure, did they really let them build a culture, or were you living off past cultures? Were you living off of those Super Bowl rings that everybody's parading around and still showing? And so what I see is not identity as what the team has built, but it's more so what the player has built. Right now, the identity, when you ask, oh, is it the defense or the offense? No, the identity of this team is in Dak we trust. If Dak is doing really good, then guess what? Dak pulls you up out of there. Now, as much as I want to be so harsh and critical on them, you have to think about it. They got Dak one extra weapon, and now this offense isn't losing slack. So with this defense, bringing in Kenny Clark, bringing in another trade with
Quentin Williams.
Thank you, appreciate that. With Quentin Williams, you wonder, are these the two big superstars? Will Quentin Williams be a Sean Lee, and then you can have your Batman and Robin with them and build around them? So they might be one build away. So right now, the identity needs to shift from being one player to a scheme thing, which I think you will have that with the comfortability moving forward with Shotty. He's already been here. He's learned from those mistakes. And this is just his first year, so give him a little time. But right now, identity is Dak we trust.
AD, can the Cowboys, with the remaining schedule left, can they build an identity? Because let's be honest, the playoffs are a long shot. Mm-hmm. You'd have to go 7-1, 6-2 in the last 8 games, right? And even then, it's you got to hope a bunch of other people just wet the bed, right? Like, and that's. It's not out of the realm of possibilities. The realm is just
we've seen it happen.
far away, right?
Yeah.
Can they?
You've seen it happen.
To answer that question, yes.
Can they and how?
Well, first and foremost, like with the I guess I'm gonna say this. Like, we know that the identity, like Barry said, has been on offense, and like Trey said, has been through Dak. All right, and typically, when we're thinking of identities, we're thinking about the defense, a run game, a passing game, a scheme, like you said. Now, what they have a chance to do, of course, with the new additions to the team, is to bring in some new energy here. And that's not hard to do as long as it's being done in the proper way. So you got 2 dudes coming in, Quentin Williams being one of the most aggressive D linemen in the NFL. All right, that translates, and I hope that people are able to feed off of that. Then going to that second level with the new linebacker coming in. What was his last name?
Logan Wilson.
Logan Wilson.
And he's regardless if he lost his starting position in Cincinnati, if you watch the video on the dude, he's a baller. All right, he got good run reads. He knows where he's supposed to fit into the defense and everything else like that. So to be able to build an identity, even if it's only at the end of this season to go into next year. Yeah. All right, so like we can't cancel out the fact that, okay, so if they don't make it to the playoffs, if they still get on the right track, all right, and they're able to get going in the right direction to see what they're able to do, build around these new pieces and these new players. So heck yeah, they can definitely start doing it. Now, will it come to fruition and take them further than what we think they can actually go this year? That's a whole different thing. But yes, they can establish an identity and get it going.
Perfect. My bad, but perfect example of what AD is talking about here is you go back to Detroit maybe 2-3 years ago when Dan Campbell first was in that joint. Started out terrible, just god awful. I think the last
15 or something like that.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, and then the last 9 games of that season. I think they ended up going 7-1 or something like that, 7-2, and they didn't make the playoffs. But you saw that momentum coming. You saw that trend. You saw the physicality of the defense, the buy-in of the players. Fast forward to after that Gibbs and I forget who else they got in that draft, a couple other pieces.
I mean, they got Laporta, Ross St. Brown. Like they went
and got some more peeps, and then now they've been a powerhouse of the NFC the past couple of years, and that's what Dallas. That's what Dallas has a chance to do. I mean, you got some draft picks, available for next year. You got some ammo coming through. The rest of the season, I mean, you got to build that momentum.
But don't you think that? I'm sorry, and I didn't mean to jump in here, but like Dan Campbell himself helped create that culture in his first press conference. We doing whatever we got to do, but he was just letting you know that like we're willing. I'm going to create a culture around here that we're going to be willing to do whatever it takes for us to be successful and win games. And that right there, I don't care if people laughed and everything else, but that fed right into that locker room. That fed right into every player in there. And those guys bought into that. And just like you said, those last however many games, that trend started to change. And it is still continuing to go right now.
I hate playing for
Man,
Dan Campbell. Oh, I would have hated it.
Why? You would have hated it. No,
Man,
I love
hated it.
I love playing for Dan Campbell. I got him when he got his
Full pad
first
practices and hitting it live. Nah, bro.
No,
Hey, Dan Campbell.
but what y'all have,
He played dirty.
But what
too. I
y'all-
played against him.
but,
Played dirty.
but what y'all got to remember is Dan Campbell is a player coach. Like, as much as like he talks in the media of doing this, he's one of those guys that when we're going, we're going. But when we're off, we're off. Like, he realized when we were playing at his first interim head job, he said, guys, ain't no point in me beating y'all off. We didn't already did training camp.
Why?
Bruh, get out of here. Y'all are reaching.
What is going on?
That was a direct quote, and stop taking stuff out of
That was a direct quote.
That's what that
anyway,
was.
like, I'm not about to beat y'all into the ground. Like, I'm just not about to keep sitting there banging the drum. And so with that being said, like, he pulled the reins off. He said the horses come out the stable. It's time to work. Y'all got to grow up and stop being childish. This is what's wrong
We're
with
never
y'all.
not going to not be childish.
No.
We're always going to be.
Okay, anyway.
Why we always guilty?
That's crazy. But
Time for a
y'all
commercial
minds are
break.
in the order.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Boy, you're the gift that keeps on giving on this show, baby. I
Whoa,
love it.
don't say
I
that.
love it,
Don't say
man.
that.
I love
Y'all
it.
are-
All right, man. Let's take our first break. Let's take our first break. When we come back,
I'm sweating like
no,
You sweating? That's crazy. Stop trying to
listen. When we come back, I kind of just want to go through some players on this football team and kind of want to identify who's the leader of this thing. Like, who's the leader of this thing and who's going to be the one or the ones that gets this ship going in the right direction. Stay right here with us. This is the Players Lounge. We'll be right back.
Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeomans here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Crown Royal and the Dallas Cowboys are bringing back the Royal Rig for Season 2. See it in action at AT&T Stadium on Thanksgiving Day, where the Dallas Cowboys take on the Kansas City Chiefs, and around Dallas on November 26th and November 28th. Visit crownroyal.com to see where else the Royal Rig is stopping this NFL season. That's crownroyal.com. Please drink responsibly.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the Playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
Returning for the 2025 NFL season, Boss reunites with the Dallas Cowboys to drop the next chapter of their iconic collaboration. The Boss Cowboys collection fuses fashion and football once again, capturing the fearless spirit of what it means to be your own boss. Just in time for kickoff, gear up in standout styles that show your team pride with a bold edge. Available now at nflshop.com/HugoBoss, HugoBoss.com, and Boss retail stores. # be your own boss.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Celebrate the season at Cowboys Christmas Extravaganza, powered by Reliant at the Star in Frisco. Join us every Friday through Saturday night from November 21st to December 20th for an electrifying holiday performance. For details, visit thestardistrict.com.
There it is.
That's up twice.
It's
I
the
learned from Larry.
anticipation in everybody's eyes. as
That
we
ain't
go
no
around the room.
anticipation. I like that.
Boy,
person.
good, man.
Anticipation.
Boy, good.
That's how when coaches say, take it from the meeting room to the field, that's what we're
That's what
talking
they
about
do.
right
It
there.
is.
That's what we're talking about
to
right
see
there,
it.
man.
Love to see
All right. This is the Players Lounge brought to you by Rich.
That boy good, Murray.
We have Anthony Dorsett, Damontre Moore, Barry Church, Jesse Holley, and the one thing. This is the Players Lounge, right? And normally Nui sits in this seat, and while he is around players, he's never been in the locker room, right? He's never had to put the helmet on and put the pads on and go out there and really be a part of this thing. And the one thing that we all understand and know that there's a level of sacrifice that goes into this thing, but on every team and every unit on the side of the ball in your specific meeting rooms, there's a leader. Yeah. There's some dude in there that when he speaks, we listen, right? And you would hope to have that. And then definitely on either side of the ball, offensively or defensively, there is an overarching voice that when they speak, you know that it's coming from a place of authenticity, of sincerity, of just true to what they say, right? They're not because the cameras are on or people are around. You know that this dude is a guy who, what he say here is what he would say to you if y'all was sitting there one-on-one.
100%.
Right? And so you respect that. And the Cowboys are in a place right now, not only because of what they had to deal with the untimely situation last week of the passing of Marshawn Nealon, but also you're 3-5-1. You're 3-5-1. And now you're coming off a bye, and we sit here as now with the media, we don't got to believe whether or not they make the playoffs or not, or they can make a run, right? I can sit here and be objective as I want to be because I don't got to play on Monday night.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? But we've all been in that spot where it's us against the world.
Yeah.
It's block out the outside noise, forget what they say, and it's us. All this kind of all of the lingo that we use in the locker room during these times. But let's take Dak aside.
Okay. Yeah.
Because we already know that he is the voice of the locker room. But who are some other guys in this football team that these players will be able to look to and really get the motivation that we have an opportunity to make a run? AD, I'll start with you. And how important is that?
One of the things that I've noticed around here is that leadership comes with contracts a lot of times around here. Okay? And that doesn't always guarantee you maturity or true leadership when it comes down to it. And so the teams that I've always been a part of that have been more successful teams have been the guys who are typically a little bit older on the team. You got your vets, you know what I mean? And so you look at guys, and as I'm just looking at guys that are in the building, I'm looking at a perennial all-pro dude like Kenny Clark. Like, at the end of the day, if he doesn't verbalize a whole lot, his play speaks for itself. You know what I mean? And so you have guys like that. And I've played with guys, whether it be a Marcus Robertson as a safety or Blaine Bishop or, say Javon Curse or whoever. But typically those guys who are in those leadership positions or in those positions that are going to be doing the talking are going to be the dudes that are actually out there making those plays too as well. And so as you look around here and remove Dak from the situation, okay, on offense, the next person that you think might be that guy that would have that type of influence would be CD, because all-pro dude out there getting the yards, making the plays and everything else like that. And then but there's really not anybody that you see or, we're not on the field. We're not in the locker room all the time. We're not in any of these meetings. So we actually don't know if anybody's actually even manned up to take that position and take that role. You got Clowney in here now who's, how many years has he been in the league?
It's more than 10.
Okay.
I believe it's 11.
Right. And so you look for leadership to come from those guys, multiple teams, different systems, been on winning teams and some that has lost. He's seen it all. So you would hope that some of that leadership and some of that identity or whatever we're talking about here as far as bringing the guys together would be coming from those guys. But, outside of Dak, who's going to be that guy that's going to speak up? And like I said in the beginning, the money situation here a lot of times dictates where the leadership is coming from, unfortunately.
That's right.
Damontre, Quinnen Williams, let me check my watch. He's been here a week tomorrow, right? 7 days from last week.
See you.
has he done enough in this league? Hell, has he been here long enough that when he gets on the practice field this week, can he be the one that all of a sudden now comes in and start calling the shots? Can he be like, nah, we doing this or nah, we doing that? And are guys going to gravitate to him? Are the Sam Williams of the world, are the Shamar James of the world, are these guys going to follow his lead? Has he done enough? Has he been here long enough to truly step in and take the mantle of, what was the movie when he,
I am the captain now.
I'm the captain now.
I mean, yeah, I'm going to disagree with Barry on that one. When I say, because one, we got to look at all the factors that are playing a part in this. You're talking about a Matt Eberflus defense, and another guy that I'm going to bring in a curveball, but I'm answering your question first. Does Quinn Williams have that ability? You darn right he does. He is one of the meanest and ferocious guys in this league. Your play alone is going to have you having that credibility. And for a defense that's been playing piss poor, that is dead last, if not second to last, you said they're tied right there with Denver and penalties and stuff like that. That's the difference between a good team and a team that doesn't have leadership. With Quinn coming in, and I think about my time and personal experience going down there to Miami, seeing Damontre Suh, he went from being over there at the Lions to going to the Dolphins to making them his team, but you still had a great leader in Cam Wake that was over there, a young up-and-coming Olivier Vernon. But Suh demanded the respect because he was smart enough to do that. His play did all that. And from what I heard about Quinn Williams, he has that capability. And in a 4-3 defense, Eberflus, where it's just line up and go straight ahead, if he comes in and work hard, of course people are going to listen to him because what do you want to do? You want to be like the bag. So in certain places, yes, the bag has gotten you the leadership, but that's one of those guys that earned that leadership. And for a defense that's not really that good right now, who are you going to say? Like you said, it's going to be Kenny Pickett's. But in my opinion, the leader on this team that's proven, that's already been on this roster, is CeeDee Lamb. He's going out there doing it with his play, and he's talking to the media. We're seeing a whole new CeeDee Lamb where we said a new environment can change it to where he becomes the leader. And this is where my curveball comes in, Logan that we just traded for, he's coming into a defense that he's already familiar with. Lou runs the same type of defense as Matt Eberflus. He was a leader over there before the young guy got the playmaker, and he needs a new environment for a defense that's not that good. And we all know that when your middle linebacker is doing what he's doing, with Overshawn not playing right now, he has the chance to be that unsung hero to go in there. So I'm actually looking at him a lot more than Quentin, because the back end got to help the front, but he's the middle ground to talk to the back end and to get Quentin and those Kenny Clark and the rest of those guys running.
I'm sure, and Damontre Suh, the potential of stomping the mud hole in you didn't hurt. It didn't hurt when Damontre Suh, you know, he'd probably grab you by your throat if he needed to. And it wasn't going to be too much you could do about it physically.
He literally told a coach, he said they had a meeting where he came in there and said, okay, this is what we're running. Okay, I like this. This right here, I don't like that. Take that out. That's not going to do good because of my skill set, and I'm going to be here. So help me make you better. And for him to do that, but he not only just did it in a dominant way, he did it because he studied the film. He knew what was going there and how it worked. And I can see Quinn Williams doing that right now.
I think
he has the potential.
I think with Quentin coming here, like you said, nah, he ain't done enough. I mean, he might not have done enough in this building yet. He only been here a week. But what he's done in his young football career, he's showed that he's that guy. All right, so he's him at his position. Okay, now when a guy comes when a dude of that level or that stature comes in here and he can raise the bar and he's expecting you to come with him, like there shouldn't really be a whole lot of argument. Let's try to raise the level. Let's try to raise our bar. Let's get better. You bring guys into the locker room that are perennial all-pros and everything else like that for that team to feed off of, and you hope that everybody rises to the occasion. So that being said, like I got to disagree with that too a little bit, Church. I hope that they see that and feed off of that.
So I'm with y'all when it comes to.
You said hell nah. Tell us why.
I'm with y'all when it comes to a couple weeks down the road. We 3-4 weeks and we've seen this dude balling at an extreme level. He gets the defense. He can line guys. I can see all that. But we talking week 1 coming in here, from the Jets, and I get it. This dude is an all-pro. He's a beast. But you ain't done nothing here. So you expect me to just follow your lead?
Bro, that's been see, to me, what I don't understand that's been going on here for so long, and like I don't know where the demise or the drop started as far as when it comes to coaching, and then like when I hear y'all talk about sometimes like coaches just send y'all home and practice was like this and everything, and it was like that whole downward spin or whatever was going on. But like if you're waiting for like that's like him coming in here saying, okay, I see y'all ain't got nobody all pro on defense. Like, get rid of everybody then. That's like him coming in here calling shots and really being like, hey, well, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't did nothing like I did in the league. But the game ain't built like that. Fortunately, it's not built like that. You know what I mean? And so as a team builds, you know, like it doesn't, I'm not, if he understands the defense, and he could come in here and like I don't know how familiar he is with the Eberflus team, but what is he gonna be doing lining people up? He gonna put his hand down and turn around and start? That ain't what's gonna happen.
But we all understand if you balling out there, then people are gonna follow you.
So he's
but if
here
you go out
because
there and
he's
he's
been
not
balling.
then what is the case?
He's only here because he's been balling.
Okay, we can say that, but we look at that Jets defense throughout this year. It ain't like he was just this dominant force.
We look at that Jets team.
Okay.
They didn't have an offense or anything like Dak Prescott. They didn't have any complementary pieces.
Defense, though,
but we're talking
defense,
but
defense wasn't as bad, but they're on a losing.
But we're talking about a team too as well. If the defense was just the only people out there playing all game, that would be one thing.
Yeah.
But this is a team, okay? And so those pieces that they need on offense are already there. They're trying to get this defense right. And so they're bringing in these guys. And so with that being said, I know that they're not going out there making these trades midseason, giving up first-round draft picks without expecting people to come in here with some leadership, expecting people to come in here try to help create a new identity or whatever it is to get this thing back on the right track.
I still disagree with you of saying he can't come in early within the week and be a leader, but I get what you're trying to say and saying, hey, if he comes in here barking orders within his first week, yeah, as a player, I'm going to buck the system and be like, bro, you just got here and learned it. But because it's a pride thing, it's an ego thing.
Okay.
And that's just, and then on top of that, for me, in a system that I don't trust myself, I don't trust people that's already been in the system. How do I trust somebody? Because, like I said, it's different with the linebacker that I mentioned. He's coming from a 4-3 wide system going into that. Quentin Williams is coming from a 3-4 multiple over there where they switched. Yeah, they go to the 4-man front, but he got outside, stand-up and outside linebackers. Micah Parsons is talent standing up rushing. So this is a different schematics why. But where I say that he can be a leader is just going out there and work. Like if he's over here and saying, hey, I ain't did this, but he's the first one in the building, the last one in, and he's studying, he's up there with the defensive coordinator. Hey, coach, I want to know this so I can be ready for this week. As a young guy or another leader on the team, I'm going to say, that guy has been a Pro Bowler, and he's doing what it takes to get there. And so he can lead by his actions within the first week to make somebody fall behind him.
He seems like he's one of the few football players, real football players that, and I don't mean to cut you off,
you're good.
But we talk about just get dirty, put your hand in the dirt and let's go. He seemed like he got that trait.
Yeah. So you see him making quote, he hasn't been statistically or historically in the past one of those guys that's been in the media talking, doing all the hip hop. He did it with his play, and so that's why I think he can come in and be a leader.
That's all I'm saying is just lead by example. There's no reason to come in here and barking orders to this guy, barking orders to that guy. There's no reason.
Y'all talking about barking. Mm-hmm. We ain't talking about, it doesn't have to be a bark.
Lead by example.
But a person asking for you to make a play doesn't have to bark at you, and it doesn't have to be personal. It ain't got nothing to do with an ego or none of that personal stuff. If I ask for you to make a play on the field, I ain't asking you to make it because I need you to make it. We need you to make it. Yeah. It's the accountability amongst all of us. Okay. And so, like, that being said, if Michael Jordan comes into the locker room on your team, you seen how great he done been, and he start coming in and ask for stuff, you're going to be like, man, listen, Mike, he ain't did enough here yet. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't did nothing for the Cowboys yet. Like, nah. Like, you have respect for that player off of what he's built before he get in the door. Yeah.
I get it, like from that standpoint.
So and I just don't want it to seem like somebody got to bark at you or yell at you to get you to be, you know, like to get you to line up right or anything like that. I played with Steve McNair. I never heard the dude yell at nobody, but he had the respect of everybody.
That's fine. I mean, we get it. We get, like, if you go out there and, like I said, you leading by example and you balling out, then that's one thing. I get it. Not everybody is a vocal leader out there. You know, I understand that regard for it. My only thing is, Just go out there and earn it first.
He hasn't proved himself before he got here for you yet?
To do what? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if he's going out there and balling, he's that
Has
type
he
of
proved
leader.
himself as a football player to you yet?
He's proved himself as a football player, but let me switch the narrative and ask this, because I think we're all saying the same thing. But let me ask you this, Barry. Have you ever been – I know I can say I have because I've been a part of 9 teams throughout my tenure of playing in multiple teams, and you have too. Have you ever just been into a room or situation where you brought in, and you too, Jesse, speak on it, have you seen a free agent signing that it was like, man, as soon as he got here day one, oh, he's going to be a leader, or oh, he's that guy, like he's showing it. Like, I feel like George Pickens gave you that energy when he got here. He didn't say nothing to the media, but within his first week, the way that he was approaching the game with Dak and stuff like that, it was like he's going to be one of our leaders. And now it's showing later down the line. But
Oh, yeah, Amari Cooper. When they traded for Amari Cooper, he switched up the whole offense, and they galvanized and went to the playoffs and did all that. My thing is, one thing, it's great to be but not all pros, not all ballers are leaders.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we all do that. There's plenty of examples out there. I played with a guy in Dez Bryant who was one of the best wide receivers in the whole game. Was he a leader? Hell no. You know what I mean? So, all I'm saying is you could ball out and do your thing, man. And when it comes to football, we all understand between the white lines, do your due diligence, do everything great. But just because you're an unbelievable baller doesn't automatically guarantee you to be the leader on a specific team.
Whether you're barking out the orders or you're showing it on the field, either way, the Cowboys are going to need some of that to finish out the rest of this year, right? They're going
to need talent. They're going to need talent.
They're going to need all of it.
Why not try to follow somebody else? We didn't see what they did following whoever they didn't follow so far.
They're going to need it. So with that, we'll take our last break of the show. When we come back, we've all talked about the Cowboys need to make a run. We're going to go down the schedule of the last 8 games of the season, and we're kind of just going to get a feel of what you guys think.
Let me get an early glance.
Whether or not the Cowboys will be able to pull these victories off to put themselves in position. This is the Players Lounge. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Life is a workout, and Smoothie King is here to help you power through. Whether you're maxing out overhead presses, pushing through chest flies, or being the hero your golden retriever needs to carry them over that scary bridge, Smoothie King has the fuel to help you go all out. Build muscle and boost your recovery with 45 grams of protein, 0 grams of added sugar, and delicious customizable ingredients in the Gladiator Smoothie. Available in chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. Only at Smoothie King.
Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeomans here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, it's the action off the field you need to focus on. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? Make it a perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Capture frame-worthy moments at holiday photos with Santa at the start. Presented by Momentum Reality. Santa will be spreading holiday cheer from November 21st all the way through Christmas Eve. Yes, you heard it right, the 21st through the Christmas Eve. For more information and to book your visit, head to thestardistrict.com/Santa. Register before December 7th to save $5. You know you want to save them pennies. $5, $1, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 2 for 2, baby.
Okay.
That boy good. That boy good.
Hopefully the Cowboys.
Come on to town.
Shoot, Santana. We don't want Santana. We want Santa.
I like Santana, though.
Yeah, this is the Players Lounge brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming, Anthony Dorsett, Damontre Moore, Barry Church, Jesse Holley, 4 former NFL players. And as we begin to embark on the second half of this NFL season for the Dallas Cowboys, right now they sit at 3-5-1. And they are they're a long ways away from making the playoffs. They're a long way away from what happened?
And then I was like, start with him with your question.
Oh, okay. Today, as they sit, if the playoffs started today, they will be out of the playoffs. Oh. We know that. Mm-hmm. But there's still time, and they are not mathematically eliminated.
That's crazy.
Today.
What,
They are not
3-5-1?
3-5-1. They are still
in
not mathematically eliminated.
Opium.
I'm sorry.
And so the Cowboys coming off this bye, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games left. I want to go through the schedule game by game and give you an opportunity. Be as optimistic as you want, be as real as you want, be as honest as you want.
You gotta get 7 more, church. Where they coming from?
About this now.
I got 7. Got 7,
so
baby.
most people are saying right now, if things continue to go the same, that the Cowboys need to get to 10 wins. 10 wins kind of puts you seriously in consideration of making the playoffs.
Making the playoffs. Yeah, that's the bet.
10 wins kind of puts you in the playoffs. So right now, sitting at 3-5-1. You got to find a way to get 7 out of the next 8.
Oof.
You know, and that one, I've been asked, so like that, I've been trying to figure out how that one is going to, that tie is going to materialize itself, is going to play out. And now that Green Bay, I think, has beaten the team that they both played, the Cowboys and Green Bay have played the same team, and Green Bay has that win over them.
So what ends up happening is, if it comes down to it, and I did the simulation on my other show, but if it comes down to it, and the Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers both finish with the same record because of that tie, another team would jump them. So Green Bay would be out, and the Cowboys would be out.
Oh, wow. I didn't know it worked like that.
Yeah.
Twofer.
So, and I forgot what the team was.
That's cold as ice.
I want to know who that team is.
So let's just go through this. And the Cowboys are coming off the bye. They are on the road this Monday night, playing against the Vegas Raiders. Barry Church, we'll start with you, because everyone says start with you, Barry.
Yeah. All good.
Can the Cowboys go up to Vegas to get that dub? Can that be the first win that they get?
It better be. It better be, man. But I said the same thing about Arizona. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, can they? Yes.
The same thing about Chicago.
Same thing about Chicago. Same thing about what was the other one? Carolina. Like it's like you got the talent to beat these dudes. It's just that winning atmosphere, or knowing how to close the book. We've yet to see that from the Cowboys so far this season. So my confidence in that Vegas win, I mean, you got Geno Smith at the quarterback. I mean, talent gotta trump this. Like you gotta be able to go out there and get this dub. Like you gotta be able to do that, man.
You're
so
saying yes.
I'm saying yes. Yeah. I'm yes, 100%.
Damontre.
Talent-wise, you say Cowboys, but I'm going to say no.
They lose to Vegas.
Vegas is biting that bit for them to get out there.
Vegas, they desperate right now. And
if they lose to Vegas, it's done.
Yes.
If they lose to Vegas,
I think
it's done.
I just see them being, this is that one game. We always give everybody those games.
All right.
I hope it's not.
AD?
I don't have any faith in the Cowboys. I don't have any faith in the Cowboys winning another game this season.
Ooh.
Another game this whole
I
season.
wasn't going to say that.
Let's look at it because I've been a part of the bandwagon for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I was always impartial to the Cowboys, but I got up in the building and I got a little bit more like favorite towards them. And I'm not just looking at it from the right scope, I like to say. All right, so there's no trust in it. All right, Chicago, like we said already, the teams that we've said that they should beat, they don't go out and beat.
Yeah.
All right, now, the one thing that I do have that they can hang their hat on this week is new energy on defense from those two new people. And so with that being said, I don't know what type of curveball that's going to actually throw into, what the Vegas Raiders are doing. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, it's one of those things, whereas I'm not optimistic about them beating my former team, but I'm optimistic about the Cowboys and these trades actually leading to something positive.
Okay.
Our former
We
team.
have a dub and 2 L's. All right. Then that following Sunday, it is at home the Philadelphia Eagles come to town. Barry.
See, that's gonna be that's the one that's the last L they can take before 10 wins is out of the boat. So Philly in Dallas. And, division game, we understand how that all works, man. And I got to say, yeah, man.
So they win.
I got to, yeah.
Okay.
I got to.
Damontre.
I got them winning this one. Dallas plays to their competition majority of the time. And I think with Eagles coming in, they know it's a do-or-die situation. I see them getting that win, and it's not going to be just the first week, but it'll be the second week of having your new parts back. The young guys supposed to be coming in. We're going to see if we get Overshawn back. So with all these defensive guys, I think that's going to be the weekend where Cowboys fans, they get their win, and they say, oh, we're back in it. We beating the number one team in our division, so it's a win.
Hey, let me real quick question to Chris in the back. Is this counting towards our picks, or are we still going to do our picks?
No, this
Okay, so here we go. I'm with him on that week 2. All right, they got week 2 of the new dudes being in here, seeing how they're going to play on the defense, seeing actually what they'll be able to do. All right, Philly's been banged up a little bit, ain't been able to get their offense together. And like we mentioned before, they'll do whatever it takes. If they got to beat you by half a point, they'll figure out a way to beat you by half a point. Now, all that being said, yeah, and I'm a defensive player, so I'm going to ride with the defense all the time. And I just think that, like, hopefully by that week that there's something that's showing that the Cowboys are on an upward swing. But am I going to give them the W? No.
Okay.
Right, so that's the Philly one, right?
That's the Philly game.
I got it.
We got to breeze through these next couple. We're up against it. All right. Then Thanksgiving, Turkey Day, gobble, gobble, gobble. Kansas City Chiefs come to town. That's the L that then they have to win the rest for me. But that's the one L. Okay, that's the one L.
That's the one L for me.
I had Dallas winning on Thanksgiving.
Okay. Wow.
No.
This the one right here for me. I think is going to be the embarrassing one.
The nail in the coffin.
This is going to be the one.
So it's going to be an embarrassing loss.
Yeah.
Okay.
December 4th, they go to Detroit to play the Lions.
That's gonna be that's oof. Because last time Detroit was down here, it was ugly. It was ugly. It
might be a little BT.
That's a BT session. I got the Lions.
But we seen the Lions put up a stinker here and there. You know what I'm saying? We seen it happen. So I gotta believe it. I don't put that energy out there. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta believe it. Yeah,
right, so
I gotta believe it.
You're saying loss. Yeah? You're saying.
Oh man, L.
Yeah. Minnesota, the Vikings.
Ain't nobody believing in J.J. McCarthy, but ain't nobody except for him. But other than that, ain't nobody believing in J.J. McCarthy, man. That's not.
Is it here or
it's
what?
It's here. It's in Dallas, Arlington.
I got the Cowboys.
Cowboys dub.
I got Minnesota.
Wow, Brian Flores' defense comes to town and works over the Cowboys' offense. All right, the Los Angeles Chargers.
My boy Herb.
Here in Dallas.
My boy Herb. But that's a dub for the boys.
Okay.
That's my boy, but I mean that's a dub for the boys, man. That's a dub.
I got the dub with the Chargers.
Okay.
Chargers.
Hey, AD, you got it. AD said I'm out.
He's out. He's all the way out.
All right. This one is Santana Day.
Jules and Carlos gonna be up in that thing.
Oh, you know what that means.
Halftime show, baby.
Hey, Christmas,
you know what that means.
Santana's coming to town. The Washington Commanders at Washington.
They ain't going against Mariota. Hey, man. Daniel's done for this. Hey, come on, man. They're going against Mariota, man.
I think Dan splits it up. I got the Commanders on that one.
All right.
That's a toss-up without a Jaden out there. And I'm gonna say,
yeah, it's a dub. You know what I mean? It's
DC.
Going DC.
Man, Commanders.
Yeah, they out there punching boys after the play.
Dan Campbell is calling the
Cowboys
plays
got
now.
to prove it to me before I'm buying.
That's a fact. I feel that's a fact.
And then the end of the season, start of the new year, 2026, New York Football Giants.
That Mike Kafka at the
Mike
head
Kafka,
coach spot.
yeah,
Come
Mike
on,
Kafka right there.
no scatterboo.
Yeah,
You know
no
what I mean,
scatterboo.
Jackson Darted the concussion.
He
Who knows?
might
He going.
run himself
They gonna
into the
kill
ground.
Dart if they keep running.
Yeah, that's a dub.
Honestly, I got the Giants.
Oh,
I got the Giants. That momentum and that new head coach.
minimum. I got you.
And they got defense.
I'm gonna get the Cowboys that one.
Okay.
You gonna get this guy?
I'm just going to say that most of the part that they needed to just lose one game. You had them losing 2 games, so they would get all the way to the end of the year and be 6-2 out of this whole thing.
Wait, hold on. So hold on. Yeah. Oh, I thought it was.
They'll be 9. They'll be 9, 6, 9, 8-1.
So I got him. Wait, hold on. Even with
9-7.
9-7-1.
I thought I only had him losing to KC.
No, you had them losing to KC and you had them losing to the Chargers.
He don't.
No, I said that's my boy Herb.
Okay.
No, I said that's my boy Herb, but that's a dub for the boys.
All right.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. Well,
I'm
we'll
say,
see.
I know my mathematics is all right. You know,
We'll see. We'll see.
What's today's mathematics?
We'll see what happens.
I got Mills.
I'll be back tomorrow.
I ain't talking about
So
eating
we'll
Mills
be-
either.
So I'll be back tomorrow. They'll be back tomorrow. We'll be
Mathematics.
back tomorrow. I hope that you're back tomorrow to join us as well. For the Players Lounge, for Barry Church, for Damontre Moore, for Anthony Dorsett, I am Jesse Holley. This is the Players Lounge. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?